Well, back at it again today. I'm gonna try and do what I talked to you guys about. I'm gonna split this. Probably gonna cut it here and cut it here. Roll them pieces down. That way we can tack weld them to these bars. That'll make that secure. Other than that, well, also, I'm gonna take the tunnel that I made. I'm gonna split these, probably take these rivets back out and cut it wherever it stops at from here to here. And I'm gonna let them flaps hang down. I'm probably gonna tack 2 Zeus tabs, one here and one there for before total. And let the Zeus tab, then I'll just have some Zeus's. I'll try to keep them up as high as I can. That way they don't interfere with anything, but I should be all right. I mean, even if they hung down just a little bit, I'll be okay. That's the plan for today. I'm gonna get that situation going and see how that is. Thought it was supposed to be a little warmer today, but it's in the 66, 67 degrees. It's overcast. At least it's not hot. I don't mind it being a little cool, but they can have all that snow and all that other crap. But I'm gonna get some tools together and I'm gonna get after it. We'll see how we go. I think I'm gonna try and sawzall some of it first to see how that goes. I don't know how this is gonna go, but it's probably gonna be good. Oh, you know what? I gotta fix my sawzall. I forgot that piece fall off. I'll be right back. Got the old sawzall fixed. So. Need to make sure there wasn't no wires up there. That went better than I thought it would go. Now the fun part. Let's see. Put my cut wheel on and see how that does. Probably get most of it, I ain't gonna get all of it. Now I can stick the sawzall in there and get the rest of it though, I bet. Hell yeah. That'll look good. Nice clean cut all the way around. That's what I kind of hacked it up out there when I broke that piece off yesterday. Pieces out. All right. Well, that looks good. I'll be back in a second. All right. So what I've done is I put the tunnel back in. I'm going to mark it right here. Probably what I'll do is I'll just drill these top rivets out and cut it till it lays back flat up against here and here. Get me some Zeus tabs and put on here. I got some small ones. That'll probably be the best thing to do. I mean, like I said, I'm no chassis guy, but that's the only way I really see to make it work. I could put some L flashing up here and put the Zeus's in there, but that'd be hard to get to behind that seat. Shit. We'll just, we'll wing it. I'm gonna do some more cutting and fabricating and see what I come up with here. I think for sure though, we're gonna got a sliver of carbon in my finger. That did not feel good. What did I do with my marker? That's another thing about building a car. Those black Sharpies are, and you'll lose them. You won't know where you put them. And you'll find 10 of them. So, let me shut this off, see if I can find my Sharpie I've lost. Found it. So that's pretty much centered. It's all the way on. So I'm gonna mark it. Right there. And we'll take it back off and cut it. And or drill these pop rivets out. Put a slice in it till it gets flat. Slice in it till it gets flat. Then that'll lay up against there. Give me a minute, I'll be back. All right, so I've cut and split it. And I'm probably gonna have to get Dennis to make me some L channel or something to go across the bottom here. It looks like the idea though will work. Just got to do something under here. This will come down just a little bit, not much. So I'm trying to keep it up tight to my carbon up there, but it should work out. If I put a couple Zeus's on there, it should be fine. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick the drive shaft up in there. Now, I don't know if I'll get me some kind of clip or something. Bad thing is this piece has to come out from underneath. I don't know if I've taken, just tack a piece of L going up here, so when I slide it in, I'll just have to get the front started and then slide it in all the way, and that will hold it. Put a piece of L channel here and here. I don't know, but I've got carbon stuck everywhere in my fingers, and that shit don't feel good, just so you guys know. Yeah, so let me look at this a few more minutes and I'll be back. So I think what I'm gonna do, just till I get the dentist, is I'm just gonna take and put a couple pop rivets just to hold this, maybe 3 on each side, just to hold this. Just so I can get an idea of what I'm gonna have to make something, probably cut a little piece of metal and fill this crack in right here. Make some kind of sleeve or a collar just to cover this gap up. But I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna put some pop rivets just to hold this for right now. I can drill them back out later. So we'll see what that looks like. It ain't gonna be perfect, but I'll get my glasses on. Hell, getting old, people. Well, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. At least that'll hold it for the time being, just so I can see what I got going on. And kind of get a better idea what it's going to look like. Put one there and one there. I'm going to have a pretty big piece to trim and fit in there, but I think I can come up with something to put in there. Some kind of L, make me a big L. Hell, even if I just tack welded a piece of flat there and trimmed it so that would rest down on it, have it come up and come back. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Car's sitting kind of goofy. Let me put more of these rivets in, I'll get back. All right, so I just put a couple pop rivets in it to hold it in place for right now, until I figure out, probably get Dennis to help me give me an idea of what we're gonna do here, but shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, I could probably just make a piece of metal that I can tack on the front of this, and it'll just set down in that cradle. I think what I'm gonna do now is put the drive shaft back in it and see how it looks, and then I'm gonna jack the body up, the separation, to see how much clearance I'm gonna need to get between my wishbones. Let me grab that drive shaft real quick. Yeah, I did throw a little paint on it too because it was all scratched up, but it did not get sunny out like it said it was going to, so it's a little sticky yet, but I'd rather it be a little sticky than whatever. It'll dry. So push this back just a little bit. So I'm gonna throw the caps on, kind of temporarily. Make sure I put them on the right way. I'm hoping that this will be the last I have to mess with this drive shaft, because I already adjusted it once and I kind of did it the wrong way. I didn't do it properly. I didn't jack the car up and all that. I just kind of eyeballed and took some measurements, and honestly that wasn't the best method. So I think this is going to be the best method. I put everything back together and see. Not going to tighten it super tight because I got to take it back apart when I go over to Dennis's anyway to work on that tunnel. But I'll just snug everything up decent and go from there. Be back in a minute. All right, so I got everything put back together. I even put the wishbone back in there, but I'm gonna jack the body up off of the suspension. It is gonna hit because the wishbone does need to go down a little bit more, which Dennis can probably handle that real simple. We just have to put a little bit deeper bend in that wishbone and it should be okay. Not a lot, just a little bit. It might need to go down a ½ inch, I think, if that, because when I jacked it up a minute ago to check it, I mean, this fender was way up here. So it's right there at the full extension of my shock. So I was talking to Corey and he says that it will extend that shock the way you know, when we get the car all set up. Now it might not be sitting exactly perfect, so he's gonna be home this week, so he told me he'd help me get the car set up, how it's gonna be, ride height and all that. That way when I take it to Dennis's, I'll know for sure where that drive shaft's gonna hit or not. Because the back end of the car needed to come up a little bit. And right now, I mean, the car's sitting, to me, it looks like it's sitting pretty good downhill a little bit. But, you know, everything will change once you move them 4-link bars around and get the right pinion angle and all that, because when you put the pinion angle on it, the rear end's gonna tilt forward a little bit. And right now, I just got it stuck in there and it's actually facing back, so it's actually gonna pick the car up just by adjusting the pinion angle, because the brackets on the back of the shocks back here, and go around over here. These brackets on the 4-link, when you tilt that to get your pinion angle, it's gonna lift these up, so it's gonna actually pick the car up. So this might work out just fine. And then when you accelerate, it's gonna try and, you know, push the tires down into the asphalt or to the pavement. And then it's gonna push, the shocks will push up. So, but I'm just gonna give you guys an idea of what it's gonna look like when I take all the weight off, and, you know, somewhat of an idea how much the car is gonna separate. Let me get this set up right here. See, like right there, it's starting to pick the tires up, but it's actually hitting the drive shaft. Ow, hit my head. It's hitting the drive shaft on the wishbone right here. So that just needs to come down a little bit more, because I got about a 1/2 inch clearance up here on the drive shaft up front on that first cross member. So I think we're gonna be good. I think it's gonna work itself out, and I'm ready. I mean, that thing's it's got a lot of rake on it right now. Looks like a snowplow going through there. But yeah, we should be able to get, I mean, it's gonna lift the front end, dude. I mean, like I've got just enough pressure where it's starting to pick the tires up. Let me let this down here, right there. And that's the other thing. If I leave it like that and it goes up and hits the drive shaft, it's gonna unload the chassis. So I'll get that little bit fixed and we'll be in good shape, I believe. And it's just been a long journey. But the big thing is right now is getting the car set up. Getting the car set up and getting it ride heights and all that. Then I can finish these last couple things I want to do. So, won't be too long of a video today, but that's where I'm at. I gotta probably clean up around here and go home and get ready for my busy week at work. I manage about, I don't know, 10, 12 jobs. I put in underground utilities and stuff like that. So I'm just an old ditch digger, as Corey always says. That's why I started out and kind of made it my career. but I'm on the managerial side of it now, so I don't have to work as hard as I used to, but still long days and it's a lot to keep up with. So I'm gonna get out of here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. You know, just keep trying to do your projects the best you can. That's all I can do. And if you don't know something, never hurts to ask somebody to help you. I ain't scared to ask a question, I can tell you that. So I appreciate all of you that watch my channel, watch my home build as I call it, but you know, I'd like to make this thing grow a little bit and, you know, start getting more subscribers and more people watching. So if you guys would, please subscribe, like, and share. Tell your buddies. You know, I know there's a bunch of us garage warriors out there that can't afford them big shops to work on our stuff. And like I said, anytime you guys message me or I get to know some of you, I'll message you. And we'll see. 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 1, you know. Come up with ideas, brainstorm to help each other get their projects done. I appreciate it. Uncle Mike out.